On PATV. Tonight, we've got a brick wall veteran, Ryan Carell. Plus, we've got guitarist Brian O'Neill. Plus another brick wall favorite, Karen Bella. All that and more on the Brick Wall. Woo!
I love this show.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Thank you, Disembodied Voice. My name is Mike Peters. I'm filling in for Peter Coleman. This is the Brick Wall.
No relation.
No relation. No relation to the other Peter. So what is the Brick Wall? The Brick Wall is PATV's premier open mic show. And we got a very special show for you tonight. We'll get into that later. But first, I want to let you guys all know that if you want to come perform on the Brick Wall, no matter what you do, comedy, music, ventriloquism, anything, email us at patvbrickwall@gmail.com. Tell us about your act, and we'll put you on the air. And if you just want to be a casual observer, you can follow us all over social media. That's at PATVBrickWall. So tonight, we're very happy to have Karen Bella back with us. She's a singer-songwriter. She was on way long ago, and we're very excited. Plus, we've got a musical guest that we had in the studio for I'm going to call it Brick Wall Sessions, and we're going to roll that in. His name is Brian O'Neill, very talented guitar player. But first, let me introduce you to one of the members of the Dog Show, the sketch comedy troupe we've had on in the past. His name is Ryan Carell. And Ryan, how are you? Welcome back.
Doing fantastic.
All right.
Mike, how are you today?
So I'm really good. I'm having a good day, actually.
Yeah, it's just been a lot of fun.
Yeah,
You know?
it's a lot of fun. I just got back from vacation, and yeah.
And where did you go?
I went to Berlin.
Went to Berlin?
And I went to Krakow, Poland.
Krakow, Poland?
Krakow.
Not a crack house in Poland.
Not a crack house in Poland, a crack house in Krakow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very impressive. I like that. You see any great artwork in there?
There's a lot of artwork. Yeah,
Lot
it's
of
just
great
crackheads there.
Crackheads? Did you visit Kafka's home?
I did not.
Oh,
no.
see, no. I imagine that's maybe not in Krakow.
I did go visit the salt mines outside of Krakow.
The salt.
Literally everything's made of salt. You can lick the walls and it's salt.
Is it right next to the pepper mine?
No.
Not to be confused with it.
No, that's the pepper mill. It's on the other side of town.
The other side of town
Yeah.
is the pepper mill. I should know
Anyway.
these things.
So Ryan,
Yes.
welcome back to the show. What have you been up to since you were last on in December, I think it was?
We were here in December. Last time we were here was December, and since then we've been privileged to play at the People's Improv Theater, which is right there in Manhattan. We've also done a show in Philly. We actually broke out of our New Jersey hole and went to Philly, and we also have a show coming up on Friday, which is actually a short sketch festival called the Penn Station Area Sketch Festival. It's actually really kind of a unique show because what it is 60 acts in 60 minutes.
60 acts in 60 minutes.
So do the math. It's about 45 seconds a piece.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Well,
it's about a minute a piece.
So wait. So this is sketch comedy. Are they all sketch groups?
I've seen some really wild acts. It's not all just simply sketch. I mean, I think there's guaranteed to be at least one guy totally naked during these shows. I've done 2 of them before, and there's always somebody just totally does it, totally goes out.
Just goes balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall.
Yeah.
The brick wall. Balls to the brick wall. You should have him on the show.
Yeah, can you get him on?
I think I can get him on here.
Yeah, I'll give you a card.
I can get him and his balls over here, no problem.
Okay, sounds good. We're on after 10, so
Yes,
hopefully.
everything flies after this hour here.
Yeah. Wow.
And
I went to an open mic at the Bowery Poetry Club a couple years ago.
Okay.
Ugly naked poet guy. That he every open mic he'd come completely naked. He'd sit at the bar naked, just waiting, and all I could do was like stare at the back of the seat, and then just think about how many seats he's sat in over the many open mics. And yeah, so.
I mean, he should bring one of those spray bottles and wipe it clean. After
Right,
every,
it's
every
just,
performance.
it's like gym rules. It should
Really
be like the
weird.
gym rules when you gotta wipe down the equipment after you're done.
I think so. I think he needs a wiping down. Yeah.
So, you guys have been traveling.
Well, I mean, we travel from New Jersey, New York, and Philly
To
a little bit, but we are
Philly.
going to do a show in Chicago in June.
That's
so
very exciting.
we're going to break the time zone
Yeah.
for the first time in our little comic careers. We're going to do it.
That's an hour. It's an hour behind.
That's an hour difference, yeah, which means I guess it would be 9 o'clock there right now if they're watching
yeah,
us.
so the live
if you're
stream-
watching us, it's 9 o'clock,
9 o'clock there.
right?
Where do you guys perform? Like, how do you book these shows?
Well, I mean, I think there's just a willingness to try everything. You know, I think that's really been our key to our success, at least, is that we're willing to perform anywhere they're willing to have us. We've done shows at nice theaters, you know, great little houses, and then we have these other shows where we actually did a show in a comic book store. Actually, I think we did it twice
Oh, that's
over in
cool.
Montclair, and it was just like this little square. I mean, it must have been maybe from here to the desk. And
Really?
we were performing our sketches in that
That's
little
pretty
space.
cool. That's pretty cool.
It worked out pretty well.
You make do with what's available. So when you come here, now that you say that, now I'm feeling a little bit better about our setup. We got a pretty. Let's go to the wide shot.
This is actually this is a very large space.
That's a lot of space
Really.
right there. I
Yeah.
can barely see you from all the way over here.
You can, but you can see it's like goes way over here, just like this really nice
Yeah,
guitar, and then you go
there's
over that way. There's wing space.
A lot of space.
A lot of times we don't get that, and you actually have a green room back there, which is really wonderful.
So,
Yes.
anybody watching at home, if you want to come on, we got plenty of stuff.
The
We've got-
amenities are really nice, and,
Yeah.
and they're not desperate at all for talent here.
We got diet
This-
colas and bottles of water in the green room.
Yeah, why
What
not?
can- yeah,
And
what
there's
can you
these little like these croissant things, these little things with like chocolate inside. It's a pastry.
We
I
do.
think
We
it's
love
really
those
nice.
things here.
I think it's really
we got
nice.
them once, and
And they
we were
have
hooked.
delicious coffee. Right
It's
here.
true. So, I want to refresh our viewing audience on the dog show. Now,
Yeah.
now Ryan is a very funny guy, but once he's together with his friends, he's even funnier. Carlene, could you please roll in the dog show? This is called Metropolis Finest. It's one of the dog show sketches.
Whoa, 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 hey, whoa! I saw what you did back there in that phone booth.
What?
I'm citing you for indecent exposure.
Indecent exposure? No, man, I gotta fly.
Fly?
Yeah.
Got a pilot's license?
Pilot's license? I don't need a license.
Flying without a pilot's license,
No,
huh?
you don't understand. There's a woman across town. She's in an apartment. I can hear her calling.
Is that a private residence?
Yeah.
Invasion of privacy, huh?
Yeah. No, listen, man. I don't think you understand what I mean.
Oh, I don't understand, huh? Oh, I'm too stupid to understand? Insulting an officer.
No, man, you don't get it. I'm a super peer. Like, I'm a superhero, superpowers. You know, flying, X-ray vision.
X-ray vision? You got X-ray vision? If you got X-ray vision, what number am I thinking of?
Doesn't work like that. I use my powers to fight crime.
You fight crime?
Yeah.
All alone?
Yeah.
All by yourself?
Yeah.
No one to help you?
Yeah.
Vigilante,
Yeah,
huh?
man.
Yeah, you know, Metropolis Finest might not look like much to people like you, but we do the best we can to serve people like you, huh?
I'm not a person. I'm an alien.
Alien? Where's your papers?
I don't need papers. I'm from Krypton.
Krypton, huh? Sounds a little communist, if you ask me. In fact, this whole getup you got here smells a little communist.
It's a planet, not a country.
Planet country, I didn't fight in Korea so you could supersede my authority.
That war's been over for 60 years.
You think that stopped me? That's it, buddy. I'm taking you in. Hey, still gotta save your girlfriend across town?
No, she's dead.
That's a horrible way to end a comedy sketch. Hey, don't laugh. Somebody died.
Whoa!
Oh God, the guy who played the cop. Oh,
The cop was amazing.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that was good.
I love how that shirt fit on him too. Look, look.
Dude, I do. I love that sketch. I really do. You guys, who writes the stuff? You all kind of.
Yes, actually, I wrote that one. I wrote that one. Yes.
I like that one a lot.
I was actually learning how to read, and then I, decided I'm going to try some creative writing.
So
And
the best way
next thing you know.
to learn how to read is to just skip right to writing.
Right, because in comedy writing, it's nothing about he had nothing about English or anything.
Yeah,
in
no,
there. It's not
just
really about
a bunch
that.
of squiggles on a piece of paper.
Right, yeah. I mean, it was just a silly idea. I thought to myself, wouldn't it be funny if Superman couldn't get away from a cop?
Right.
Because you think about all this. Everyone's been out there. You get tickets. You've had the run-ins with the law. And
Yeah.
I figured, the one thing about Superman is that he is so good that he would not walk away from the cop.
It's true.
And that's what keeps him in the sketch. I mean, that's one of the things you have to know is that when you write sketches, you have to figure out what's the one thing that keeps the character there.
Right.
If you fail to do that, the audience loses it.
If you can't imagine the character actually staying this, why doesn't he just beat it? Just
Why not?
then you lose the suspension of disbelief.
Precisely. In which there's nothing about that in comedy. It's all strict up and
Yeah.
up,
So, so what's going on with the dog show since the last time you were here? What's changed?
Well, since the last time we were here, actually the actor playing Superman is he's gone his own way now, but it's pretty
He's-
terrific. I mean, listen, he's a dramatic actor. He's a really talented gentleman, as you can tell. I mean, he was such a dramatic performance.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a straight guy like we never had. He was terrific. A lot of great things about him. Great personality. We love him
Yeah.
very much. But he's doing a lot of the serious acting thing, and he's also doing his music, which I think is just terrific. And hello, going in and out. we're letting our hair down here.
Yeah.
There's people behind those things that are
There's a lot
recording
of,
us.
Yeah, there's
And
a lot
people
of people around
walking in and out.
helping out.
It's really amazing.
So you mentioned he was like the straight man in the
Yes.
group. So you play a lot of the comedy off his like.
But the funny thing about him was, it's special about when you get really great straight men,
Yeah.
is that they're actually just as funny. There's some scenes, we did another sketch for you guys the first time we were there called Kreshnik.
That's the models.
No, that was the one with
Oh,
the foreign guy
the
with
foreign guy
the
with
foreign
the-
guy in the office. Now, I took that part, I thought I'm going to be funny.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, as a straight man, he just robbed it. He was
Right.
just so good at it.
He's the one. Yeah, he doesn't have the punchlines per se, but his reactions, that's what gets the
And
laugh.
that's the thing. Zach taught me that, the character who's funny is a straight man in
Right.
that case. And I think that's very true. You look at all the great comedians, they all have that.
The thing the first thing that pops in my head is like The Office right now. It's like the Jim character where he's not doing anything. He just kind of looks at the camera and like, that's it. Yeah. We're gonna give it Jim. Exactly. That's. See, I can't even
I'm
stop.
sorry,
I
I'm
can't
not
stop
there in
my-
that shot. I'm like, yeah.
All right, there we go.
We all did our gym.
So, tell me about what we're about to see.
Ooh, this is very interesting stuff.
That's why you came
actually.
in.
This is actually terrific. I
Yeah.
came in here this is a perfect filler.
Yeah.
This is amazing. It eats up about 12 minutes of time.
Yeah,
It's really terrific.
Exactly 12 minutes.
It's called Chasing Tail. It was directed by a good friend of mine named Jabri Rhodes. And the way it came about is that he was a student filmmaker, and he had recently seen us do a 2-act review called The Great Night for the Whig Party, which is about May of 2014, which is about 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. This is May. And essentially, he came up to me one day and said, I got to do a class assignment on a documentary. And he said, would you like to be the subject? And I said to him, well, no-name group. Never really done many shows before. We've only been really doing this for a few months.
Yeah.
There's nothing pretentious about this. Let's do it. And so essentially, we just went ahead and he asked us a bunch of questions, and we filmed a show on Montclair State campus, probably without anyone's permission. They filmed us kind of like in a room like this. It was a small audience. I remember the first show was larger, but I don't think they got it. But the second show, smaller audience, but they really liked it. You can actually hear them laughing. It's
That's
remarkable.
good.
And
We try to mic the audience here on the brick wall.
right, right. And this is well. Listen. It's just comedy. I've
Yeah.
played in front of a nice sized crowd and get no reaction. And it happens. Listen. That's why they call it dying. All comedians need to die. All right. I want to tell you that. Die. That's the first thing I'll tell you to do as a comedian. Go out there and just drop dead in front of an audience, because nothing could get worse than that. And once you realize that, then you just go ahead and just do whatever you want. And then you could become brave. It's like kind of like the Andy Kaufman thing. He was an
Yeah.
expert at dying.
Right.
That's why people liked him.
Yeah.
If he didn't die and just take it, I mean, he took it like, you know,
He took it like a champion.
yeah, he took it like, you know, it was his destiny to drop dead in front of an audience every
Yeah.
time. And he owned it. And that's kind of it. I mean, that's my biggest advice, I guess, with anybody. And as you'll see, I mean, this documentary, we talk about all sorts of things, inspirations and wonderful, wonderful things, and some 4 really handsome gentlemen. We're going to experience a journey. We're going to go along with them.
All right, let's roll that documentary. What's the name of the documentary?
Chasing Tail.
Chasing
Oh,
Tail.
by the way, you're going to see one thing. It's going to say the Pavlovian Dog Show, but we're actually just changed our name to the Dog Show, just simply the Dog Show.
Your information's been up on the
Oh,
screen.
it's been
but
there. So we got
been
at
there.
Dog Show Comedy
Dog
and
Show
Dog Show Comedy at
Comedy.
Gmail
Yeah.
and Facebook.com/Dog Show Comedy. That's
Dog
been
Show
up there.
Comedy,
Oh,
yeah.
great. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Chasing Tail.
I will do whatever you ask. Just help me save Padme's life. I pledge myself to your teachings. Good. The Force is strong with you. You will make a powerful Sith. Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Freeman Bellows. Together, we will rule the galaxy as Dark Lords.
I'm not so hot on the name.
Why, what's wrong?
Can I pick my own name?
No, it is your destiny to become Darth Freeman Bellows, Dark Lord of the Sith. It is the will of the dark side.
Well, where the hell did you get that name from?
The dark side.
You gotta love the dark side. But you know, it's not a very domineering name, is it? I mean, I'm gonna help rule the galaxy here. I might as well have a scary name.
What could be scarier than Darth Freeman Bellows?
Well, come on. You're Darth Sidious, the other guys were Darth Tyrannus, Darth Plagueis, Darth Maul. Why do I have to be Darth fucking Morgan Freeman?
Darth Freeman Bellows!
Oh, come on!
I started another sketch comedy group called The Oblong Dog. That ran for 3 years before it fizzled out, but by the 3rd year, Ryan Carell got involved. After that, my sister Amy and I started yet another group called Vitreous Humor.
And I had joined the group with Mike and his sister. And they're like, well, do you know anybody else? And I said, well, I got Claudio, and he's a great, talented guy, and he'll just do pretty much anything you ask.
Don't sing! God, you people, the fucking singing actually changed a goddamn light bulb to sing a song about it.
My name is Claudio Venancio. It's really long, and I don't know if I want to pick a stage name because I don't really care to. I like my name.
Ryan and I decided to start yet another group called the Pavlovian Dog Show, and that has been running for quite a few years now.
And then it just grew. It grew into the Pavlovian Dog Show. We kind of branded ourselves, and yeah.
With the Pavlovian Dog Show, it was just me and Ryan. We added Claudio as our main cast member, and that's it. It's just the 3 of us. Every show, when we need an additional cast member, every show we have new people come in.
I don't want a beard.
It's not beer!
What am I supposed to do with a beard?
You wear on your face. You wear on your face.
Go away, I'm not accepting this.
Like the simple little foreign man, you know. And I always thought that, well, he's the funny guy. But then when we did it with Zach, it became obvious it was the other way around. The guy suffering is the funny guy. And I think it was his suffering, his brand of suffering, that really made Zach feel like he's a part of this a lot more than he was like a month earlier.
They brought me in as a part of one of the variety shows back in May. And it just like, it fit pretty well. And they asked me to do more, and then I started getting tighter with most of the guys in the group, and it was a natural fit after a while. Like, it's become less of a performing for them, and now it's more so performing with them.
What the hell is that? That's a button up, not a zip up. I don't know where your hood is, and I said seafoam and crust, not taupe and Malaga. Shut up!
Sometimes Ryan and I will sit in a car and talk for long periods of time and just come up with jokes and come up with scenarios and stuff. But really, when the writing happens, it's really Mike and Ryan that really add that little extra.
Everyone, wonderful work, all except for Chad. Moving on.
a lot of our stuff is for younger people, obviously, like college age and, you know, upwards to 30, you know, the 18 to 35 demographic.
Are you eating poop?
No!
You got shit all over your face.
But a lot of times the audience will be like moms, literally, and grandparents are there. Like, you can't write a full show that's all fart and penis jokes. You can, but you shouldn't.
Oh, you mean the penis? Oh, no. The penis is what makes it, you know? I mean, if you had a regular one, he'd just be a giant. But with this, he's a colossus.
The first show was great. The laughter, it sounded like one of those sitcoms that you have the laugh track. And I loved the fact that people actually sound like that. So I was like, wow, this actually, laughter all at the same time actually sounds like that.
We got a motive on the fly. We have no idea why she's followed. This is worse than that homicide of a bump on the log of gold bottom of the sea.
Hamburglar is always something that gets people laugh, just because it takes you know 5 or 6 bodies. There's like all these different characters, and it's like based on this really hilarious idea that like people will see it like in the program and be like, oh, Hamburglar.
Don't jerk me around, Buckskin. Hell yeah, I love fries. Oh, you're my bitch now, right? You're my bitch now. You're loving it. Tell me you're loving it.
I'm loving it.
Sing the fucking song.
But a lot of times when I write, I try to almost focus just on the scenario and make it almost like try to make it as natural as possible. I mean, Alvin is based on a scenario. I mean, if you look at it, it's not really funny what they're saying, but the scenario is what makes it funny. And SSN's another one where basically it's almost what you would hear if there was a TV channel like this. And they're not trying to make jokes, they're not trying to be funny in some way. It's actually very serious for them.
And you know what? All of this is available to you at slave wage prices. Because that's how they're made. We don't believe in marking up the prices. We always pass the savings
On to you! We'll keep the lines open for this, but Daphne, I'd like to show you and our viewers at home our next item of the salad.
Oh, that is lovely. Can you tell us a little about this treatment?
Have you ever heard the phrase, it's so simple a child can do it? Well, we've kidnapped ourselves some children and we forced them to do it. And here we have a wonderful product.
Oh, well, you know what, Robert? I believe we have a special guest joining us today. He is the manager of our in-house factory, Smiling Joe Ross.
Hey! Hello! Hello, Daphne. Hello, Robert. Oh, I'm just... And hello, viewers at home.
Are you here to tell us our viewers about what we have today?
Well, Daphne, I would just like to personally guarantee that every item you see here is 100% handmade. And I would know. I've overseen the full production.
It must be heaven down there.
Oh, it really is. You should see their smiling little faces between beating steaks. They know that they're making quality products 18 hours a day.
Oh, well, it is so nice to see you.
Unfortunately, I can't stay long. We have 10-minute breaks every 7 hours.
Wow, a whole 10 minutes.
Sometimes you just gotta spoil people. Am I right?
That's too bad.
Well, I gotta keep production up. It's my job.
Well, you go down there and crack the whip.
Oh, literally.
Well, it looks like the police are at our door, and you know what that means. Clearance! That's right, if you buy one quote, we'll give you 20 free, because as we all know, no evidence means no case for the prosecution. And we're gonna pass the savings on to you.
Call me when the lights are cut.
It's the most important thing to me is making people laugh. I hope they do. They used to laugh at me when I didn't ask them to, so now hopefully they're laughing at me now. That's all I can hope for. And meeting Mike and Claudio and now Zach, I think that we have a good thing going. And I like being with them. They're like my brothers, and it's like being in a band. Only we're laughing a lot more than rocking.
Call me that again, and I am going to kick you in the nuts so hard in your face Because that's where your nuts are, your nut face.
This fine Mediterranean leather doth encapsulate my foot, not thine.
Well, you wish mine were thine. My big dick is what I'm talking about, you nut-faced shitbag fucker.
You peasant! Traipsing about the mall in your ill-fitted codpiece, leaving less to the imagination than the bard left for the world. Scoff, scoff again, I say.
Yes, well, your shirt's really fucking poofy.
Oh shit, just got real! Oh shit!
I get the gratification that I'm making people laugh, that I'm making people enjoy themselves, that, you know, and I love doing it. I love making people laugh. I mean, I don't particularly find myself funny, but people say I am, so. Well, no, I mean, it's all a performance. Like I said, I'm a performer primarily. It's all a performance. So you just give the audience what they want, and I'm there to entertain. That's pretty much it. And if they're entertained, then I'm happy.
Like, it's all those parts, and everybody is laughing like hysterically. You feel that collective vibe. Everybody's like laughing. It's a high, like, you can't even put into words.
That's when I made up my mind, this is what I gotta be doing. You know, so that was an opportunity that woke me up, and I remember looking over at the other guys going, "Should you hear this?" Hey, uh-oh, what kind of a hat you got on now? Come here. You're showing me your tribal stuff? You're Jamaican? Yeah. You want me to wear this hat now? Sorry. All right. Well, for the rest of the interview, I think I'll read this. All right, go ahead, buddy. Go, we're filming, you see? You want to be on camera? Millions of people are going to watch you.
The thing, do you want to be an artist where you get to do what you want and everything comes from here? Or do you want to be an entertainer and you think about who your audience is and what they're going to enjoy and adapt your art form to what they're going to enjoy? And although I've come up with artistic, funny things, I've always tried to be more of an entertainer than an artist, because people, when they see art, it's like, okay, yeah, they're appreciative. When they see things that truly entertain them, they remember you.
The sixth little rubber duck drifts to the right. A turtle glides past. The seventh little rubber duck drifts up. An octopus blinks at it.
All right.
Octopuses can blink. Octopi. Let me hit the button.
That was Chasing Tail, a documentary on The Dog Show. You can look them up at Dog Show Comedy on Facebook and Twitter. And right now we have a special guest, surprise guest for you guys. Live via Skype, we're going to bring on our normal host, Peter Coleman. Peter, you there? It wasn't Pete, but I don't even care. He's just so dreamy. All right, so coming up now, we have a special guest we had in a few weeks ago. His name is Brian O'Neill, and he's a fantastic guitar player. We're gonna play you just a little clip of what he did in our studio with us a couple weeks ago. And be sure to check back in with us to see the full performance and an interview. So ladies and gentlemen, this is Brian O'Neill.
I think I'm going to change tuning. No, actually, I won't. Hold on. Just want to make sure I am in some kind of tuning. Stay with me. Okay. Odd choice of tune there, huh?
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce a brick wall favorite, singer-songwriter, Karen Bella.
Thank you very much. This song is called Good Morning. Good morning, I hope you had a good time last night. And if it's boring, walk a mile out in the sunlight. Maybe it's cold outside, but I don't care. 'Cause when you have me to hold, it's paradise everywhere. Good morning, I hope you slept well all through the night. You were snoring, kept me up until there was light. And maybe there's snow outside, but I don't care. 'Cause when you have me to sleep by my side, it's paradise for me every day. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do, tempo that's slow and kind. Who knows what it's like outside and we don't care. 'Cause I got you and you got me as I nose my nose back in your hair. Good morning. Thank you very much. Thank you. So yes, that song was called Good Morning, and it's going to be on my EP that I'm in the process of recording. The next song, you might know. It's pretty well known. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can tell, falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin? For I can tell, falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. For I can't help falling in love with you. Thank you very much. When I perform, I like to do a lot of covers and make them my own. So this is another one from one of my favorite bands, Dave Matthews Band. It's called What Would You Say? Up and down the puppy's hair, the fleas and ticks, they jump everywhere 'cause of original sin. Down the hill fell Jack and Jill, and you came tumbling after 'cause of original sin. Rip away the tears and sing of hope of happy years. You may find a lifetime pass you by. What would you say? Don't drop the big one, you monkey on a string. Don't cut my lifeline, you a donkey on a chain. Don't bite the mailman, what would you say? I was there when the bear ate his head and thought it was candy. Everyone goes in the end. Knock, knock on the door, who's it for? Is anyone in here? Look in the mirror, my friend, I don't understand this. Cannot speak for all the rest. You may find a lifetime pass you by. would you say? Don't drop the big one, you monkey on a string. Don't cut my lifeline, doggy on a chain. Don't bite the mailman, what would you say? Every dog has its day and every day has its way of being forgotten. Like, Mom, it's my birthday, what would you say? I don't understand at this, and cannot speak for all the rest. You may find a lifetime pass you by, and you may find a lifetime pass you by, and you may find a lifetime pass you by. What would you say? Thank you.
You can get on the god.
All right, guys, I'm gonna do one more tune. This one's called Needle in the Hay, and it's also going to be on my new EP, which is in the process of being worked on. And it's really nice to be back in the studio to just release your creative juices and getting ideas down that you have stuck in your head. So here we go, Needle in the Hay. Can I be honest? A lifetime can change every day. And sometimes we don't notice when someone isn't worth the chase. It may last forever, it may even feel bitter, but don't give yourself away. 'Cause I've learned how to live with the pain, screaming loud arthritis of the brain. And I've seen humor filled with disdain, but nothing hurts as much as when I hear your name. I'll never be a darkness, I just want it to be a goddess anyway. Most of the time I'm guarded, or I'm haunted by the oddest dreams that become nightmares. Every fairy tale that fell through encapsulates the things that we do. Needle in the hay. 'Cause I've learned how to live with the pain, screaming loud arthritis of the brain. And I've seen humor filled with disdain, but nothing hurts as much as when I hear your name. be honest. A lifetime can change every day.
Thank you.
All right, Karen, I'm going to move this out of the way here and hope that our mics are cute.
All right.
All right. Now, okay, I'm back. We're both here?
We're both here. I
Awesome.
think we're here, yeah.
Awesome. And so, welcome back. Welcome
you
back
for
to the Brick
having me.
Wall.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. That was amazing.
Absolutely.
So, last time you were on, I think it was August.
Yes, it was August of 2016.
Yeah. So, what have you been up to since then?
So during that time, I was performing a lot, and then I took a little bit of a break because I was, you know, I overused my voice because I was just performing everywhere,
Right.
and it was the funnest summer ever, and I just kind of had to rest my voice and then start retraining it to get myself back into shape again,
Right.
and now I'm in action recording. I had to
recording.
take a little bit of a pause of recording my EP, and now it's up and
Right,
running.
you were in the process of doing it when you were
Yes.
here. So you had to put that on hold for a little bit?
Yeah, just for a couple months.
Okay. Was it, well, it wasn't because of the brick wall, right? It wasn't, you came here and you were like, I gotta take a break. Okay, that's good. I like to hear that. So now you're getting back into it.
Yes.
And how long have you been, you just started performing again, or are you back
No,
in the studio?
I was actually, even when I was taking a break, I was still performing because I had a whole bunch of gigs lined up. So I would just have my musician friends. You know, you have like a community of all your friends who are there for you. And I was like, hey man, do you mind duetting with me? And we would just, you know, I would do a couple tunes. They would take
some
over.
of the pressure off.
Exactly. So it allowed me to kind of rest up a little bit. This way, I was never out of the picture.
Right.
But that I could continue.
You were still
things,
in the scene.
Yeah,
then
still in the scene.
You're still going to all the shows and stuff like
Yeah, I
that.
was going out. I was doing my thing. Rested when I needed to rest, and now it's good to be up and running. And
You're back full force now,
full
right?
throttle.
That's awesome. That's great. So, did you do any sort of like training in that time? Did you like for your voice or anything like that?
Yes, I started to see a holistic voice teacher, which I've never heard of until somebody recommended it to me. And
I've never heard of that.
It's a different approach. Usually you go to voice coach and they start working on your voice and your technique and singing like this and singing like that. And this is more like, okay, before we sing, let's talk about you and what's going on with you. It's almost like healing from yourself inside out, which I think essentially is the key to any type of problem that you're having, health-wise, usually.
Yeah. That's great advice. And it's like you work on your instrument, which is your body first, and then that kind of helps with the singing. Now, did you do any voice? Is there any part of that that's like voice training, or is it?
There is voice training. It's usually toward the end of the lesson, and the lesson can vary from anywhere from an hour to 2.5 hours, depending what type of work you need to do. And you know, it's a very it's a very interesting approach, and I enjoy it.
Like meditation?
There is a little bit of meditation with it, and what I've found is that your voice is the sound of your soul. And if your voice is not sounding the way it usually does, then that means you have to go into yourself and reflect.
Well, if your voice is a reflection of your soul, then your soul is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
So
Thank you.
that's good. Now, what did this break? How did that like impact? Did it impact your music at all? Did you reflect on your own song? Because you're now starting to record the songs that you began to do. Did your music change at all in this process?
I think that what did change was that I had to work a lot. When I took like time off from performing as much as I was performing, it gave me the time to kind of reflect on who I am. What am I? What am I doing? Who am I?
Right.
Who's Karen Bella?
Right.
So the things that I'm working on, I've gained more confidence as an artist as to how I want things to sound. Because when you're in a situation where you have a lot of time, it gives you a lot of time to think and reflect.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So, if I didn't have my guitar, I mean, I don't know what I would have done because
Oh, right.
I just
so you're
was
still
constantly playing and
still
whistling.
Playing, yeah, whistling. Okay. Any humming kind of?
Yeah, humming actually helps.
That should that's like a strengthening exercise,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's great. I think I should see a holistic hosting coach so I can get a little bit more comfortable.
I have the number of one.
Coming out, really, really.
Can help
I
you
have
out
to
a
get
lot.
that.
Not that you need a lot of help, but it's always good to have a little coaching.
A little bit would be good. I just kind of come up here and wing it. So during this time, I hear laughter from the inside there.
We have 4 minutes.
You know, I think you're doing a great job, and
Thank
I'm sure
you.
that Pete is at home.
I'm sure Pete's watching right
clapping
now.
away.
Yeah.
Let's give a shout out to Pete. How you doing?
Pete at home. I hope you're feeling better.
Doesn't he usually throw his cue cards
He
on
does.
the floor?
I got like a one.
In the spirit of you, Pete.
That's for Pete. I'll pour one out for my homies. Okay, so.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Pete,
he's
I'm
looking
glad you're
so
watching.
good.
Everybody at home, gently
love his
blow on
hair.
your screens, your iPhones, whatever you're watching on. Okay, so during this time off, did you explore any other aspects of your life? You had time to reflect on your singing, but you couldn't go full throttle, like we said.
Yes.
So is there any other aspect of your life you got to work on during that time?
Like I said, it was a lot of time to reflect. I focused on myself.
Looking inward.
Looking inward, which is
Yeah.
one of the most difficult things to do, actually.
Yeah.
And as an artist,
know
that's
that.
what we do. We look at the weirdest part of ourselves, and that's where the songs come from. And but I went out. I met a lot of different people. I was very social. For a small period of time, I wasn't. But then you kind of have to push yourself back. And I think that's what really helped me. It was that power of, you know what, no matter what, I'm going to keep on pushing forward. And slowly but surely, everything started falling into place. So I'm really happy about that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're back at it.
Thank
I'm glad
you.
you're back on the brick wall. I
I'm
hope you
so
come back
happy
in
to
the
be
future.
back here.
Yeah. So real quick, upcoming shows you want to talk about? Anything?
Yes.
We have the info to put up on screen.
Well, first of all, you can check my website out and it has all the information. But on the 25th, I am performing at Amity Ales in Amityville. That's going to be an 8:30 to 11:30 show. It's going to be a lot of fun. I actually performed there last week. It's a really cool place. It's like an 1860s type of vibe, and they brew their own beer. So I'm an avid beer drinker, so I really like that.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And a really cool thing that I'm going to be doing on June 2nd at the Grill in Hop Hog, I'm going to be opening for Randy Jackson from the Zebras. So that's
amazing.
Yeah, he was recently inducted into the Long Island's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's super cool.
It's really exciting. So that's going to be from 5 p.m. to 8 at the Grill in Hop Hog. Again, you can get all the information on my website. I have an album, Ordinary Girl, that's out there, and soon, hopefully within the next couple of months, I'm going to be releasing an EP. So all that information will be on my website. And
Nice.
I'm really,
Everybody
really excited about that.
Be sure to check it out. Okay, we are just about out of time.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming. I'd like to thank all of our guests. I'd like to thank Ryan. Ryan, you can come on out here. Ryan Carell from The Dog Show. Karen Bella for coming back. Thanks for everybody. Big shout out to Carlene. Carlene is her first time technical directing.
Yay, Carlene.
And she did awesome. That's her.
Super sweet.
And so that's about it. So I'm going to sort of direct from over here. Carlene, we didn't talk about this, but if you could cue up on the sound tab, I think it's called Biggie. That's our theme music. So cue up our theme music, and we're going to start rolling the credits, right? I don't know if it's happening, but But thanks everybody for watching. If you want to be a part of our show, please email patvbrickwall@gmail.com. Follow us all over social media at patvbrickwall. Be sure to check out our guests. And that's it. Thanks for coming by, guys. Thank
you for having us.
Thank you very much.
All right.
And great job. Great job hosting.
Thank you very much. I got a question for you. What was the last